Good afternoon. This is Professor Dean, and I am doing vocabulary for Chapter 7. Again, it's vocabulary for Chapter 7. The first word is aim. A-I-M, aim. The second word is approach. A-P-P-R-O-A-C-H, approach. The third word is current. C-U-R-R-E-N-T, current. The fourth word is custom. C-U-S-T-O-M, custom. The fifth word is generation. G-E-N-E-R-A-T-I-O-N, generation. The sixth word is influence. I-N-F-L-U-E-N-C-E, influence. The next word is moral. M-O-R-A-L, moral. The next word is preserve. P-R-E-S-E-R-V-E, preserve. The next word is regard. R-E-G-A-R-D, regard. The next word is style. S-T-Y-L-E, style. So we have the word aim. Aim is a verb. Aim is a verb and it means to plan. The next word is approach. Approach is a verb and it means to move closer to someone or something. Current is an adjective and current means present. Custom is a noun and custom means something traditional. Generation is a noun and generation means an age group. Influence is a noun and influence means effect. Let's go to the next word. The next word is moral. Let's talk about the word moral. What does moral mean? Moral has to do with your character. Again, moral has to do with your character. Preserve. Preserve is to put away. Preserve is to put away. And sometimes when we put away something, we preserve it with what? We preserve it maybe with ointments, with herbs. So that is the word preserve. Right? To protect and to keep is to preserve. Regard. What is regard? Regard is to respect. Regard means to respect. Right? You have regard for the rules. That means you have respect for the rules. Style. What does style means? A way of doing something. A style is a way of doing something. So those are our vocab words for chapter 7. Aim, approach, current, custom, generation, influence, moral, preserve, regard, style. So those are what we call our vocab words. Now, after we get our vocabulary words, we are going to have to think about how do we use them in sentences. So, we could say, Andre aims to become a coding student. Andre aims to become a coding student, so he is doing computer classes. Approach. Approach. My teacher approached me when I was crying. My teacher approached me when I was crying. The next one, current. In this current season, we do not know what to do. In this current season, we do not know what to do. So when we say current, we're talking like right now. In the stormy season, there's a storm coming. We don't know what to do. In this current season, we don't know what to do. Now, let's talk about the next word, custom. It is a Jamaican custom to have festivals every year. It is a Jamaican custom to have festivals every year. Now, let's look at generation. We are a chosen generation. We are a chosen generation. So what is a chosen generation? A chosen generation could be a group. We are a chosen generation. Let's look at the word influence. My family is a major influence on me. My family is a major influence on me. So when we say influence, means they take an active role in what they're doing. So when they say influence, we mean an active role in what we're doing. Let's look at the next word, moral. Moral is the next word. Now, when I have questions, I often ask my father for moral guidance. When I have questions, I often ask my father for moral guidance. Preserve. Preserve. My mom loves to preserve family histories, photographs, events. My mother loves to preserve family histories, photographs, and events. Regard. I have a high regard for what my family do. I have a high regard for what my family do. Style. My sisters have different dressing styles. My sisters have different dressing styles. So, I went over the words aim, approach, current, custom, generation, influence, moral, preserve, regard, and style. So let's talk about the word aim. Aim, is it a verb or a noun? Is aim a verb or a noun? Aim is a verb. In this instance, when we say Andre aims to become a coder, so he is taking computer classes, that is a verb. Let's look at the word approach. Is approach a verb or a noun? Is approach a verb or a noun? I don't like how you approach me. I don't like how you approach me. So, approach means to come closer. Is that a verb or a noun? I don't like how you approach me. Now, let's look at the next word, current. 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 The current events we're having are storms, rain, hail, and snow all over the United States. The current events we are having are storm, rain, hail, and snow all over the United States. Is current an adjective, a verb, or a noun? Is current an adjective, a verb, or a noun? Answer those questions. Custom. Custom. It is a custom for Jamaicans to have events. It is a custom for Jamaicans to have events in August. It is a custom for Jamaicans to have events in August. Now, let's look at the next word. So is custom a noun or a verb? The question is custom a noun or a verb? Generation. We are a chosen generation. We are a chosen generation. Is generation a noun or a verb? Is generation a noun or a verb? Influence. Influence. What does the word influence mean? My family has a great influence on my choices. My family has an influence on my choices. Is that a noun or a verb? Again, my family has an influence on my choices. Is that a noun or a verb? Moral. Is that an adjective, a noun, or a verb? We're looking at the word moral. Is that an adjective, a noun, or a verb? My family has, or I asked my father for moral guidance. I asked my father for moral guidance. So is moral an adjective, noun, or a verb? Is moral an adjective, noun, or a verb? Preserve. Is that a noun or a verb? Preserve. Is that a noun or a verb? My mom loves to preserve family's stories, events, and photograph. My mom loves to preserve family photograph, events, and stories. Is that a verb or a noun? Regard. I have high regard for my family. I have high regard for my family. Is that a noun or a verb? Style. My sisters have a different style of dressing. My sisters have a different style of dressing. Is that a noun or a verb? So again, let's look at these words as used in the sentences. So aim, in the first sentence, Andre aims to become a coder. It's a verb. Approach, as used in the sentence, is a verb. And that means to move closer to someone or something. Current means present. Current means present, and that would be an adjective. So I'm giving the answers as for all the ones that sentences rather, that I covered. Custom. Custom in Jamaica, that would be a noun. Custom in Jamaica, that would be a noun. And that is something traditional. It is a custom in Jamaica to have events in August. It's a custom in Jamaica to have events in August. That would be something traditional. Generation. We are a chosen generation means it is a noun. It's the age group. A chosen generation is an age group. Influence. Influence is a noun, and that means they have an effect. My family has an influence on me is an effect. Now, Let's move on to the next series of words, moral. I often ask my father for moral guidance. I often ask my father for moral guidance, and that is relating to beliefs of what is right and wrong, and that would be an adjective. Relating to a belief of what is right and wrong, and that would be an adjective. Preserve. My mom loves to preserve family photograph, events, and stories. That means to protect and keep would be a verb. Regard. Regard. I have high regard for my family's work. That would be respect. I have high regard for my family's work. That would be respect. Style. My sisters have a different style of dressing. My sisters have a different style of dressing. That would be a noun, a different way of doing. So I want you all to look for the Kahooted that will follow in T-Dean. Right? T-Dean will be sending you a Kahooted so you can see the Kahooted, play the Kahooted for all these words, and there may be some that we cover in other classes that I would add in there. So again, the words are aim, approach, current, custom, generation, influence, moral, preserve, regard, and style. Also in the game, I am going to cover your spelling, how to spell the words. I'm going to cover the meanings of the word as used in the sentence, and I am going to cover the parts of speech, whether they are a verb or a noun. So can they be a verb or a noun? And sometimes they can be both. And also, let me go this over again. Correct spelling, verb or nouns, meanings, 3 sections. So you should have about 30 questions to play, have fun, practice. Again, this is Professor Dean with ESOL, teaching you vocabulary words, having some fun as we go through these seasons of learning. Thank you.